Oh, hey, the microphone's working immediately. Isn't that wonderful? I am astonished. Don't mind me, I'm taking my fiber. Hi. Oh, God. Yay, Salty Bear's dick. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Becky. Hi, Helen. Hi, Lola. Hi, Shannon. I remembered you this time. I am jacked out. Holy shit. So, running a little late. Uh, just finished my workout, so, I'm a little tired. I apologize for that. I can't put my arms down. I'm not sure if that's any good or not. It was fine. It was fine. Like I said, I can't put my arms down, but I literally just finished lifting, so I imagine that that's a fairly normal side effect, actually. Or I'm just a fucking freak, one of those two. I don't know which. Hello, Rooney. Hey, man, one of these days, I'm gonna look like fucking Triple H. Or, I don't know. Somebody muscular that, like, doesn't make people go, ew, they look gross. John Cena, maybe? CM Punk? The Rock is a little bit browner than I am, Eileen. That doesn't really work. Also, I don't want to get a giant Samoan tattoo of my family. But, my goal is to eventually be able to give everybody who watches the stream a piggyback ride at the same time. Well, I mean, like, realistically, like, you know, the median weight of the people on the piggyback ride is around, like, on the stream is around, like, 160 on average. The only one I'm not certain about is D, who I believe is in very small, and you, Rooney, who, if I understand it right, you kind of look like an indie kid, so I can't imagine you weigh very much. So, well, there we go. Okay, fine. You look like you have cancer. How does that work? I'm just saying, like, I thought you would look like an Alec Baldwin type, kind of, and then like I saw a picture and I was like, he does not look like I expect he would look at all. Just not at all. What? Wait, D, you're 5'7"? Holy shit! I thought you were like 5'2" or something. Does that make you the tallest person here than me? Oh, okay, so Helen's probably the tallest person here. Okay, so Helen is the tallest. D is the next tallest. Then I guess Becky. Oh wait, no. Becky and Rooney maybe are tied. Uh. Then Lola, then Shannon, then I guess Eileen. Oh wait, no. Okay, so Eileen, you are taller than Shannon. Okay, there we go. I thought you were like 5'1", Shannon. I did not know that. I thought you were like 5'1" for some reason. Yeah, we can go play basketball outside by the apple tree. It'll be great. And I'm not going to get into how tall I am because then everybody's going to just get mad. So let's start the stream. Is this thing going to play in fucking full screen? None of this fucking full screen shit. I don't think my computer's ready to handle it. Becky, you know how tall I am. I'm 6'1", okay? Running a window there. I win, she says. Yeah, being tall is great when you go to the grocery store because, like, then people just come up to you and be like, can you get me this? Oh, wait, no, this is the last game in the series. What the hell am I doing? Damn it. There we go. Yes, I can carry all of you around. So, if any of you meet me in person, whether I've done it yet or not, you're welcome to ask me for a piggyback ride. It installed correctly. Shut the hell up. You are entirely entitled to, D. If it ever comes to a point where you come down from... You're in Canada, right? If you come down from Canada to, like, somewhere where we can hang out, you can be like, Mark, give me a piggyback ride. And I'll be like, okay. And then your brother can look at us funny. And I'll be like, what? Do you want a piggyback ride? No. Okay, well then shut the hell up. Oh, you're in New York? Where in New York are you? Oh, Ithaca's not that bad. Take the train down to the Hamilton station. Get off at the station. Just be like, Mark, give me a piggyback ride. Okay. And wow, that's like the third person that I know who lives in fucking New York. Well, everybody in the tri-state area hates New Yorkers, but we all hate each other, kind of. It's weird. It's hard to really explain it effectively. Well, we mostly just complain that New York drivers drive like shit, and New York drivers complain that we drive like shit. Which is fair. New Jersey people can't merge worth a damn, and New Yorkers just kind of don't really have a good understanding of speed appropriately. And, well, there's 4 people I know that live in New York, because, Eileen lives in Queens. Or, no, Brooklyn. Dee lives in Ithaca. Widrow lives in... Actually, I think he lives in New Jersey now, but he used to live in Manhattan. And Aaron lives in, like, Orange County somewhere. And then, Bebito lives somewhere in Camden, and I live in, the Trenton area. Okay, so let's try this again. If I run the correct fucking game this time, wouldn't that be good? Is anybody else getting any lag? Is it on Livestream's end, or is it just that Helen's getting screwed over again? Oh, okay. Well, I just rebooted, so hopefully it's not on my end. I don't know. Well, live stream in general, as I understand it, is a little dicky. I was thinking about looking into Twitch, but I'm not really 100% happy about the idea of switching everything over, so we'll see how I feel about it. But, Twitch TV is another live stream service. Apparently there's no ads. I don't understand how it works. I want to see if they offer a paid rate that isn't like $300 a month. Because I would pay for like a small service that would guarantee no ads, but this is like, Livestream is like, oh, well, we'll let you pay for something, but it's like $300 a month, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. Really? Huh. I don't know. But anyway, so, do we want commentary? So far I've seen 2 votes for yes. Okay, Becky says yes, commentary. Dee says yes, commentary. Eileen says either way. Or no, yes, commentary. Helen says yes, commentary. Lola says yes, commentary. Is Shannon still or is she saying yes, commentary? Rooney says yes. Oh, come on, Shannon. You could be a little enthusiastic. See, that's why nobody asks your opinion, because you don't care. Shannon is going to beat the shit out of me when she comes up here, like, the next time, and I'm going to, like, deserve it. Well, okay, it's 6-1, so I'm sorry, but you still lose. I love you, Shannon. Don't beat me too bad. Anyway, so, commentary is on. There's a button marked Easter egg. I don't know what it does, and I kind of don't care. So we're just going to start the game. Yeah. Chaps and chapatas. This is Principal Yahtzee speaking to you from Commentary High. What are you, 2? If you played the 5-day special edition, you should know the drill. Spoilers ahoy in this commentary, so please play the game through without first, or you'll spoil the big twist ending. Yes, the big twist ending is incredibly retarded. And I'm not saying that in the derogatory, we call people that because they're stupid sense. I'm calling it retarded as in it was basically held back and put into special education sense. So, yeah, there you go. You can turn off the commentary by any time by pressing 10, now then, on screen. Oh, yes, by the way, there is a big twist ending here. I will try to skip over anything that reveals it, but regardless, there is nothing that can prepare you for how stupid this ending is. No, I got a message. I had to stop for a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you played the beta test of Poseidon 12, only available on my forum, you'd recognize the Watanabe as the name of one of the characters in something. For those interested, it takes place 40-odd years. There's an older, wiser Watanabe or a relative. Or, alternatively, it's a knockoff of the Wayland Yutani Corporation from Aliens. Take your pick. Computer technology seems to have regressed a wee bit in the 24th century. Yeah. Yeah, Night Killer was the logon name of Jonah Manderley in Deus Ex. This is one of the few things I remember about Deus Ex. Fuck you, Yahtzee. Deus Ex was awesome. Yeah, welcome back to your personal network. Who is this Malcolm person? Good question. Something to do with the ending. Incidentally, Trilby's real name is Malcolm. This is the first time I have ever revealed that. Lucky old you. So assuming you've seen the ending, the possibility arises, blah, 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 blah. We're skipping that just because it doesn't mean anything particular. Classical reference. Mephistopheles is the name of the demon to whom Faust sells his soul in Christopher Marlowe's play. No intended relevance. I just really like the word. Yes. Mephistopheles is a tricky demon. General side note, as he points out, there's no real literary reference associated with that, so it's just kind of like, why would we name a ship that? Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Go figure. Yeah, was relaunched yesterday of extensive upgrades. She will be reassigned to the regions of the Caracas Galaxy. She is under the command of Captain Barry Chahal, hero of the Mars riots and Captain Chahal's last posting before his retirement. It doesn't let us fast forward this for whatever reason. A spokesman for the Earth Federation Navy dismissed claims that despite several upgrades, Mephistopheles is outfitted with obsolete technology. No, it's not a particularly good play, Rooney. Yeah, I guess technology is pretty obsolete. You'd have thought they'd have improved the design of the escape pods. That's right. Yahtzee is making a joke about his terrible design flaws that pop up later in the game. And the next text point I want to actually make fun of real quick. He is quoted as saying, if it was good enough in the 23rd century, it's good enough today. General observation, the year according to this is 2328. Real quick. The ship was made in 2328. Real quick, guys. Thank you. Shannon called it for me. 2328 would have been manufactured in the 24th century. Sigh. It's also 2385 right now, also according to this. So, side note. Yes, no, it's fine, Becky. We enjoy the nitpickety stuff about this stupid-ass game. But what's really funny here, just a general observation, is in the third game, he actually gets his own soundtrack. Somebody makes one for him. And it is like a million times better than any of this stuff. Yes, the third game actually makes the first two games worth playing through because it's actually pretty good. Yeah, sometimes I get the feeling that I don't belong here. No, none of us really do, dude. I'm here on the ship surrounded by all these veterans. And I'm terrified that someone will notice me and say I'm on the wrong ship. Yeah, but the question is, what is 6 times 7? I keep having this weird dream that I'm in a room full of people with green skin. What? And they just watch me, wondering what I'm doing there. That's an oddly specific dream, dude. You know, some people complain that the ending for this game just came out of nowhere. Uh-huh. So what the hell was that if it wasn't foreshadowing? Somebody complaining. And then one of the green people turns around and he's my father. Does that distress you? Although I do kind of feel embarrassed. What do you think, John? What do I think? John is our main character, for the record. William, I think you're just letting things get on top of you. Her. I mean, ship's position on an exploratory scout ship, that's a pretty heavy first posting. Exposition! No one expects you to do anything other than your job. Sigh. I suppose you're right. I'm a counselor. I'm always right. What a douche. I'd better get back to sickbay. Yeah, you do that. Thanks, John. Would you believe that every single one of the rooms in this game was made for the same graphic template? Yes. Yes, I suppose that would be very easy to believe. Some people have asked me how I made the background. A simple case of doing most of the work in MS Paint, oh god, then pasting into Photoshop to scatter a few light filters. Great. So Yahtzee is basically Tim Buckley. Light filters are cool because they make it look like I know what I'm doing. No, they don't. So, yeah, this is, we can now do whatever with the music and the sound. We can save, we can load, we can exit right from the top. Mousing over stuff now allows us to just immediately, like, do whatever with it. And then we can right-click and get a new interface. Yeah, I definitely think I improved on the 5 Days interface a lot with the verbs and inventory in the same place, 2-click system. Yes. Yes, you did. It's modeled on the interface from Nippon Safes Incorporated, or at least that was the game I had in mind when I put this together. I don't know what that game is, so okay. Eyes, hands, mouth, keycard. Yeah, hand and mouth disease. Great. Eyes. I'm sure gazing into space was amazing for the first people to leave Earth, but for me it's now getting a little samey. Great. That's lovely. I'm thrilled for you. I apparently can't use things in the inventory on other things in the inventory. Yeah, I don't think so, he says. This is a ship-wide announcement. All personnel report to the conference room on the ops deck by order of Captain Chehal. Yes. Side note, general observation, ship-wide announcements use the same font as Yahtzee's commentary. That's not a good idea. Yeah, what's this all about, Adam? Beats me. Maybe someone died. Adam's the cheeky Joker character, of course. Some good advice I was given once was that if you want to make good characters, you should make everyone's personality an extreme example of a particular trait. Hence, Adam tries extremely hard to be Joker, Angela's extremely boring, Serena's extremely stuffy, etc. Perhaps not as well-rounded as they could be, but then well-rounded personalities are boring. My first idea for 7 Days of Skeptic, because this was a case of coming up with a title before a game, was to make it a direct set sequel set in an office building. After Simone Taylor was killed, Trilby came to the office building where an older Jim worked as a security guard, and John Defoe trapped him inside. I scripted the whole thing and actually got quite a few rooms into it before I realized that it sucked. Side note, this game, not much better. So I made a space game instead. The other characters in the original game would have been Angela Garrett, Jim Skeptic Superior taking Phil's place from the first game, and one Professor Chehal who turned out to be evil. So only Serena and Adam were original characters for this game, thrown in to beef up the body count. Yeah, right then, boys and girls, Serena and I have a little announcement to make of something we think you should all know about. And the joke comes in, I thought you were already married. Yes, yes, very witty. Yeah, when the characters in the game think the joke is stupid, that's not a good sign. Fact is, scanners have picked up something floating in open space. Something manufactured. Serena? Yeah. The plot of this game. Ouch. If I could draw your attention to the tabletop, it looks like a pool table. I was feeling kind of lazy when I made 7 days, so all the characters are based on the same template. Thanks for admitting that, Yahtzee. Dr. Somerset is just an altered version of the Trilby sprite I made for the original 7 days, and everyone else is based off of him. Even the women, I just stuck on boobies and slightly broader hips. Consequently, Serena in profile kind of looks like my mom. The object is constructed of a metallic alloy. Great, so Serena's font is the exact same as his as well. So, side note, Serena kind of looks like his mom and talks like he does. That's just... ouch. Man, seems to be rectangular in shape. Oh, wow. First contact. Let's not get too excited. It's more likely to be a human artifact left to drift for a long time. What else do we know about it? It seems to be some kind of container. I pooped in it. The right sort of size to be a cryonic escape pod. Sensors don't show any signs of life inside, though. Foreshadowing. Woo. Did you inform High Command? Yes, sir. They recommend we drop a beacon and leave it for a fully equipped research vessel. Just a recommendation, not a direct order? Yes, sir, but... Adam, use the grappling call to bring it into the cargo bay. Okay, everyone else can go back to what they were doing. We'll let you know if we need any of you for anything. It's blah, 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 lots of talking. Basically, they found a box in space. What do you think of this? I guess I won't know what to think till it's brought in. You know we're going to need you when we're examining it. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, this is basic procedure. You should know. Aha! A subtle clue. This is potentially a first contact scenario. Regulations say qualified psychologists must be on hand for first contact scenarios. Okay, sure, but I'm not sure what use I'd be. You really need to stop deprecating yourself. Adam should be done bringing it in soon. Stop by my quarters for a chat if you like. It'll help pass the time. In the first release of this game, you could just go straight to your quarters without talking to Barry. That was changed when it was suggested to me that Barry conversation should probably be seen. That's really a matter of personal opinion, but okay. So, we're going to hand the door. I originally envisioned the bridge being slightly better furnished, but laziness won out. Thank you for admitting that. Besides, this is the future. Scout ships probably don't need much operation, and who says the captain needs a chair to sit on? Gene Roddenberry. Yeah. Use my mouth on the door. It won't reply. It has to be opened from the panel, by the door, or from within. Panel. Hand. Who is it? Oh, John, do come in. In the original Office Block 7 Days of Skeptic, Professor Chehal was just a worker in the building who was working late and sealed in. It later transpired that Chehal was evil and had secretly stolen Defoe's idol to see if he could force the spirit. Boy, that was a terrible idea. I'm glad I didn't do that. I hope it'll be an alien artifact, but I'm really expecting it not to be. Yeah, so we can just, like, complain about the different people, but I don't really care. Blah, blah, blah. He's one mission away from retirement, so we know that he's going to die. Yeah, why don't you catch up with some work in your office while you're waiting? Yeah, so now I'm going to go dick around in my office, basically. Communal deck, observation deck, Ops deck. Residence deck. Engine deck. I guess I should be on the ops deck? No. Communal deck, perhaps? There we go. Wrong office. Sucker, at no point in the game is coming into this room necessary in the slightest. I think I was going to have, say, someone sitting around here on one of the days, but that ended up not being the case, and the room remained useless and empty like a castrated scrotum. That's great, Yahtzee. Thanks for sharing. You're a douche. I suppose I should take another look through the personnel files in case this is a first contact scenario. And as soon as we go do that, then again, possibly not. Yeah, they now immediately want us to go to the imagery, to the engine room, which is like, okay. Yeah, that sound you hear is the weird machine going wrong sound from Half-Life. Thanks. Most of the sounds in this game were taken from Half-Life because I'm a busy man, damn it, and Half-Life provided a library of all-purpose noises that was perfect. Some exceptions apply, like the noise of Angela screaming when she gets killed. This is because there are no women in Half-Life. Valve are a bunch of chauvinist swines. Really? 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 Okay. And now we've gotten this box, which looks to be really banged up. What is it? It's a box. A metal box. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. Object is a rectangular, approximately 2.5 by 0.4 by 0.4 yards. Now, this has been pointed out in a couple of places. Why would people in the future be using yards as a measurement? It's not a particularly scientific measurement point. Hi, Chris. Also, that box is not 7.5 fucking feet long. Angela is supposed to be this big, logical, scientific mind. I think I overdid it here. Yeah, maybe a little. Initial scans indicated being constructed from a combination of lead and base materials. No radioactivity, biological waste, or other hazardous. Blah, blah, blah. I am opening the object. Wait, there's a plaque on the side of this box. Here lies John Defoe, finally at rest. Do not disturb his sleep. In 5 Days a Stranger, the ghost didn't have a name, just the ghost, because his father didn't acknowledge his existence long enough to name him. I figured Trilby would give him a nice generic name for the sake of his records, and it doesn't hurt that John Defoe is one syllable away from John Doe. Oh yes, and God bless Photoshop text effects. Yes, Defoe, as in the foe. Her. There's a date and a little drawing of a hat. I think it might be some kind of signature. Who the hell signs their name with a hat? Only an asshole, Croker. Who indeed? Ah ha 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 ha. What do you think, Angela? Yeah, the words seem to indicate human remains. Ethically disturbing, human remains is frowned upon. We should take it to a better equipped space station and leave it for research there. Yes, that's a good idea. This isn't something we should be concerning ourselves with. Let's kick it back out into space. Why not? No, we're going to keep the damn thing. So much for first contact, huh, John? I'm just a little confused as to how human remains ended up floating around the Caracas galaxy. So this is the future. This guy on this ship is in space in the future. So he should probably have a vague understanding of how space works. But in case you don't, there's no friction in space. So if you fire something into a direction in space, it will just keep going. So for asking the question, how did it get out to this galaxy, the answer to that question is, somebody fucking fired it in that direction, and it kept fucking going. You fucking idiot. Just saying. Yeah. A lot of people were buried in space at the beginning of the 21st century. I think it was sort of trendy for a while. Even so, it was gotten as far as this galaxy after just a few centuries. Maybe they fired it really fucking hard. Yeah. Monday! I don't actually remember the words to Friday I'm in Love. I was, like, going to go in that direction, but, like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. It's a box. It's an open box. Dun, dun, dun. This is a reference to The Ring, by the way, and I mean the original cool Japanese one, not the crappy Hollywood remake. I spit on Hollywood. Spatoo. God, what a nightmare. I can't even remember what was so scary about it. A box opened. That's odd. I can't hear the engines running. While we're in this room, you see that locker on the right? You know you can't open it in the game? Well, I did draw something behind the door because I thought I might use it, but it did not come to pass. Tell you what, let's take an exclusive look into Adam's locker. This will make it worth the $5. A box, some uniforms, and 2 tools that appear to be having sex. Awesome. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing. We're just gonna hand the door and move on with our day. I don't really entirely understand, like, what the point of that even was, so whatever. Thank you for the hugs. This game is stupid. Yeah. He's so stupid! He's so stupid! Anyway, I'm not 100% certain what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, right, I have to go dick around with the elevator. Hand the elevator. The elevator does not appear to be working. We'll try licking the elevator. It won't reply. Great. Hand the door. The canteen and food dispenser were added to address the problem complained about in the last game, in that no one in the house seemed to require food throughout the eponymous 5 days. A feudal gesture, as people are rarely satisfied. Hand the dispenser. The dispenser is currently set for breakfast. What should I have? This is actually a puzzle of sorts, as we need to take the one that has butter that he doesn't like. I don't think so. That was pretty disgusting. So then we're going to need the Continental. I hate the butter they serve with these things, so I won't eat it. Good. So, let's talk to Adam, who we will remember is the ship's fucking engineer. No, we actually have to keep the butter. I don't know why he needed to keep, why he felt like, I'm not going to use the butter, so I'm just going to keep the butter that I don't like, but we're going to keep the butter for some Christ-awful fucking reason. Yeah. Why aren't the engines running? It's probably a temporary power outage. Probably? You mean you don't know? I just woke up and it was like this. I'm waiting for the emergency systems to kick in. Okay, wait. So, if the emergency power is not running, how the fuck did I just use the food thing? Yeah. Also, secondary side note, you're the fucking engineer. That's your fucking job, dickhead. Yeah, the elevator isn't working. Yeah, I know, but I can't work it if the doors won't open. The maintenance panel is on the inside. What about the shaft, asshole? You wouldn't be trying to tell me how to do my job, would you? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, because you're clearly not very good at it. No, if there were a problem in the shaft, I'd know. We have alarm systems, fail-safes, that kind of thing. You know your problem, John? You're too uptight. This is nothing but a temporary outage. Yeah, go to hell. Fine, we're going to take the fucking wrench set then, and we're going to do our own fucking work. Because Adam, as it turns out, bunks with me. Chris, did you just call Tub Girl passé? What are you doing? I'm going into the maintenance shaft to see what's wrong with the elevator. Because you're clearly not very good at your fucking job, asshole. No, the engineer doesn't care. He's a douche and he's lazy. Yeah, object. It's too dark to make out what it is, but it seems to be lodged in the elevator mechanism. Touch. It's stuck between two components. Some lubricant might help. Ew. Okay, I've smeared butter around the components in the object. It's some kind of old-fashioned bladed weapon. Are these bloodstains? But how did it get there? Well, where it goes to keep playing the damn game. Yeah. Mouth. It won't reply. Use mouth on Adam. Use knife on Adam. I found this lodged in the elevator mechanism. Wow, that's a big knife. It's called a machete. There's blood all over it. Now, don't go leaping to conclusions. There are any number of things it could be other than blood. I'm going to go look for the others. Are you coming? No, I'll wait here. Yeah, well, you did just wave a fucking knife in his face. I think he'd probably be a little unsettled by that. Yeah, this blood and butter-covered knife that I retrieved from the fucking elevator after I lubed the elevator up all good. Just what? Yeah, I don't 100% know where I'm going right now. So I guess I'm going to go to the ops deck and see if the captain's here. Dr. Somerset, is the lift operational? Yeah, the captain appears to have gone missing. Oh boy. What? Nobody's seen him since yesterday evening. We were attempting to scan the ship's interior when the power went down. The escape pods are all still here, so he must be on board somewhere. Weird thing is, I can't isolate the cause of the power outage. Yeah, so we can't send any communications. Can you help search the ship? Blah, blah, blah. Where's the engineer? He's being a douche. Confidentially, I think he's afraid of something. You stuck a fucking knife in his face! While we're here, I might as well point out that Serena's last name seems to alternate depending upon the source between Langley and Kyle. This was due to me getting confused after watching Batman Returns. Really? Yeah, so we could go screw around with other stuff, but the communicator's not working, so I'm going to go talk to the engineer and be like, yeah, the communicator's not working. Well, if it's not because of the power outage, then it'll be a foreign object lodged in the communication pylons on top of the ship. It's usually an asteroid or something. Can you fix it? Why don't you go outside and take a look at it for me? So, the ship's engineer, the guy whose job it is to unfuck shit that's been fucked inside of the ship, has now asked us to, well, or not done, fixing the elevator and fixing the communications pylons. Isaac Clarke, this guy is not. I'll give you the airlock pass. Why don't you come fucking do it? Well, if it turns out to be nothing, we'll have both wasted our times. Are you afraid of something, Adam? I beg your pardon. Never mind. Bye, douche. What, that Isaac got into that position because he was actually good at his job? Someone must have opened it during the night. Huh. Well, that's certainly a possibility, Chris, and one I'm not going to completely dismiss. Alas, he's not the hero of this game. I am. So, complete with going into the closet and changing my clothes. Yes, how thoughtful of Valve for including that. Uh-huh. Yeah, so we have to interact with the Switch for God knows what reason. Yeah, somebody like 2001: A Space Odyssey a lot. Yeah, originally you fell off the ship at the drop of a hat out here for making the slightest mistake. Then I remembered, but my name is not Roberta Williams. Oh yeah, those bloodstains probably shouldn't be there since there's no gravity to make Barry's blood splash on the ship. This is an example of me choosing creepiness over making sense. For your own safety, please ensure that your suit is firmly clipped to the safety rail before proceeding. Yeah, so real quick. Save the game as bullshit. Save. So, if you... Yeah, I'd better not go on like this. It's unsafe. Yeah, he just won't go unless you click on the safety rail, use the clip, and then go. Because otherwise, he would fly off into space. I've unclipped myself from the safety rail. Oh, there we go. So yes, if you don't clip yourself to every fucking safety rail that exists, you die. Then, unclip myself from the safety rail. Then, clip myself to the next safety rail. Yeah, bridge to Lieutenant Gilkenny, come in, please. Actually, this is John, Serena. Yeah, side note. So, didn't they just say that the communicator was fucked on the ship? Pretty sure they did. Dr. Somerset? Relax, I took standard Ava training with everyone else. Well, where's Gilkenny? He doesn't want to move from the canteen. Something seems to have spooked him. Dr. Somerset, our scans show you're on top of the ship now. And you're speaking to me with the communicator that's jammed up. Tuesday! The captain is dead. Unrelated, here's this giant knife. Yeah, how? Someone stabbed him with this machete. Some people complain that you couldn't pick up the machete while the monsters were roaming around and use it to kill them. This was a case of me being thick. Yeah, the killer was very determined. Followed the guy outside and continued to murder him. Could have been anyone. Yeah. Once again, the entire crew begins to deteriorate emotionally because somebody died. Oh, the locker's open, and maybe there was a killer in there. Yeah, I know 7 Days of Skeptic is a stupid title when the main character isn't skeptical at all. Maybe it refers to the others, although none of them live for 7 days. Ha ha. Yes, so the engineer has just said, I'm too much of a pussy to go up on top of the ship and remove the captain's dead body, even though that's my job. So my character just volunteered to go do that. So we get to go back outside again after we were just outside in the first place, because this game is a dick. Hand to the elevator. Engine deck. Yes. Hooray for backtracking. Let me tell you, it's my favorite fucking activity. Hand the closet. Hand the suit. Get naked. Put on the suit that somebody else's balls have probably been in. Hand the switch. Hand the other switch. Out we go. Use the clip. Remove the clip. Use the clip. Derp. Now we're going to go down here even though the game does not tell us that we have to. Why? Because we want to get that. Got it. It's the card to Captain Chehal's quarters. How the fuck you would use that fucking thing on there effectively, I have no idea. But whatever. Also, why the key was flapping in the wind when there's no wind in space, I don't know. Up the stairs we go. Up the stairs we go. Also, it's... Yeah. Do you read me? Do you require assistance with removing the blockage? General side note, if you were that concerned about it, why didn't you send somebody with me in the first place? It seems not. Could you withdraw the masts for a second? Serena, the captain's body isn't here anymore. Why did you think you were magically going to see the body when, like, the masts were withdrawn if you couldn't see it when they were there? It's not fucking there, dummy. What? It's gone. It must have gotten jarred off or something. When the ship's at a standstill? Why would the ship be at a standstill? Why is that even a remotely good idea? Yeah, send the distress signal. It'll take a few minutes for... Clonk. Dun, dun, dun. Hell. Well, you can do that, but we already did that a couple of minutes ago. Go in the closet, get naked. Open the door. Off we go. Yeah. Game like this needs some serious fucking fast travel. It's thunderinging outside. I'm not allowed in there. Operations deck. Yeah, it's great that you can't open doors. Dr. Somerset, have you seen Serena? No. Yeah, the trouble is the distress signal still needs to be sent, and only she and the captain knew the code. One of the recurring decisions that have come up in my games designing career is gameplay or story, as in leaving the silly plot holes for the sake of better gameplay. For example, it would have made for a very easy puzzle here if it turned out that the first officer knew a piece of the information vital to running the ship. You'll see frequent cases throughout this game of me going with the gameplay option. Yeah, it seems far likelier that she has gone to the toilet or for something to eat. We will make the side note here that her chair is literally askew. That would have to be some pretty immediate going to the toilet / getting something to eat, I think. I'll go look for her. I'm not trying to sleep in his bed. I want the book, you idiot. Mainly technical text and a few classic novels. Yes, I have to manually type that in, which is great. Yeah, there's nothing in particular to do here at the moment, so. Toilet door. Open. I don't need to. Yeah, mouth. It won't reply. Code book. That's the captain's code book. Find the communication authorization code and read it off. 11772. It's a number I'm trying to make into my signature. I've used it here and there in other projects, and I sometimes write or draw a character simply known as Agent whatever. Why would that want to be like a thing? Yeah. We need assistance. Officer Garrett is James Linderman of the EFS Charisma. Linderman was the name of a nerd from Freddy vs. Jason. I understand I am one of the few horror fans who like that film. What? Yeah. Engines are dead. Captain is dead. Blah, blah, blah. We are 5 days travel from your current position. Over and out. Yeah. My character makes the observation 5 days with a psychotic killer on board, and now it's... And she makes the correct observation. Well, before it was infinity with a psychotic killer on board. And the captain is running around alive. Dun, dun, dun. That is illogical, Captain. God, this character annoys me in retrospect. Really? Really? Yeah, Adam, I'm going to dump you into your fucking room now, so shut the hell up. Yeah, Barry Chahal is dead, yes, but he isn't our captain anymore. At this point, I would like to point out that the greatest comic book character of all time and shall always be Dog Welder from Garth Ennis' Hitman series. While I read Hitman long after this game, I would like to retroactively dedicate the welder's character design to Dog Welder's memory. Speaking of his character design, it hasn't changed much. He's a little chunkier and his clothes are a bit more torn, and he doesn't stand still and breathe heavy anymore. Wednesday. All we can do now is wait for somebody to murder us all. So, the captain is putzing around on the ship somewhere. Maybe. We don't know. We haven't seen Serena since yesterday when I heard a clunk and she stopped talking. We're going to be rescued in 4 days. And somebody's killing all of us and we don't know who. Yes, I suppose clonk would sound like the sign of a struggle. Yeah, when I got back in, she was gone. Her chair was askew, and this bitch here thought she was taking a dump. Yeah, you were the one that found Barry's body, and now you have first-hand experience of Serena's encounter. Yeah, I've got records of all the communications on board. They show without a doubt that John was outside when something happened to Serena. I think I was trying to double bluff here. The doctor's behavior is suspicious, but I would hope people would expect me not to be obvious. Yeah, my girlfriend was convinced that AJ was responsible for the weird stuff. Har, har, hardy, har, har. Yeah, the doctor seems to be getting worse. It can only be a matter of time before he cracks. We just have to hope we can hold on for 5 more days. Wouldn't it be 4 more because they told us 5 yesterday and it's a new day, but whatever. I suggest we begin searching for Serena. Hand the door. Serena. As I learned while making 5 days, true horror can come not from gore or monsters jumping out, but merely the inexplicable. This was a lesson I failed to heed for most of this game. At least you admit that, I guess. Hand the door. I saw Serena in the hallway. Are you quite certain? Well, it was only for a second. I suppose I could have imagined it. Yeah, that was literally the entirety of that conversation. What did you miss? Nothing, really. We're still just arbitrarily talking to people and trying to figure out if somebody's going to die or not die or whatever. Yeah, let's go to the observation deck. The background of this scene is exactly the same as the one in the intro with the ship flying past. I made a star field that I thought looked cool, so I endeavored to use it as much as I could to get away with. Yeah. I saw Serena. Oh, well then, what are we all so worried about? She's fine. Yeah, like I imagined Barry, huh? You sound like Angela. What are you doing here? It's just, I've never really looked at the universe before. I just wanted to come and look at it. I know, it can wait half an hour, can't it? Probably not. Do. Yeah, do you want to say something to me? I really apologize for how I've been lately. I've been going through some stress. Yeah. Yeah. He has no idea where Serena could be either. Nobody seems to have any idea where she could be. Yes, we've all been going through some stress, but he's the only one that actively accused me of potentially being a murderer. So, I imagine my character is vaguely disagreeable about that idea for some reason. Man, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten for 2 days. I added that phrase to push people in the right direction because a lot of people were complaining they didn't know what to do at this point. Actually, the complaints didn't stop after I added the phrase, I give you a lot too much credit sometimes. Oh, Yahtzee. Don't stop being a douche. I'll order a standard lunch. What the hell? There's blood all over. Yeah, I'll try to prize it out. What did we get? A hand! Freshly severed, I think. Yeah, I'm glad that we've established that it is, in point of fact, freshly severed. Well, you know, that is the standard lunch, apparently. I'm gonna go give this to the doctor. I think he might want to see this. Hand. Yeah, I need your opinion on something. Here. Oh, good God. It's like, what opinion exactly do you need? It's a fucking hand. Where did you find it? Would you believe lodged in the vending machine? Oh, somebody might have wanted to order a hand. Soylent Green is people. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, this ship has self-cleaning walls, but they don't clean off every trace of dirt. Yeah, this ship has self-cleaning walls, but they don't do a very good job of it. If you used UV light, you'd be able to see traces of human bodily fluids, which is actually correct. I'm not sure if this is accurate or not. I just saw an episode of Monk once where they shined purple light around and stains appeared. Well, yes, that is technically correct, Yahtzee. You can use, like, ultraviolet light to see, like, the remnants of blood and semen. This might help with your investigations. An ultraviolet light emitter? I really appreciate this, Doctor. You'd better leave the hand with me. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a hand, you fucking bastard. Yes, he pulled that out of his ass from a Monk episode, and it turns out it's actually correct. Go figure. So the light seems to indicate that we should go into the shaft after all. Hooray, welcome back. What happened? Oh, okay. Hooray, dinar. Okay, so we're indicating then, I guess, that wherever that came from was a floor above? I don't know. So let's see, we're in the residence. We would want to go to the communal deck then. It's screwed on pretty tight. Let's use the wrenches. The wrenches don't seem to work. So we use the wrenches and... Hey, it's a body! This is another one of those moments that kind of confuse people. What's Serena doing walking around when she's clearly been completely dismembered? It could either be a ghost or the welder trying an early prototype body that had Serena's head. I included the scenes without deciding what they meant to add to the general air of confusion and horror. Thursday. And now we're locked up. How lovely. Come on, Commander. This isn't necessary. Yeah. Yeah, the evidence seems to point to you. Yeah, you have been closely involved in the discovery of both bodies. So we do have records of communications indicating that I was not in a position where I could have done anything to Serena when she disappeared. We would probably also have vague records of what I was doing at the time when the captain disappeared. So, yeah, I just, whatever. You locked me up for being too good at finding the people that you told me to go and find. What? Yeah, I appreciate that the link is flimsy. This is more of a precaution. Parallel to the first game, in 5 days, Simone Taylor locks you up in a shed because she thinks you killed everyone. Some people call this drawing parallels or reinforcing the tagline that history runs in cycles. I call it a lack of imagination. God, I don't know how I live with myself sometimes. Uh-huh. So Yahtzee has admitted to being lazy and having a very poor imagination. Yeah. I didn't kill anyone. This is a blatant abuse of power. Yeah, it really doesn't matter, like, what we choose here, more or less. Yeah, so we're going to use a statute to try and get out of being imprisoned, which probably doesn't apply since they think I'm a murderer, which is great. Their ETA is around noon on Sunday. You have 3 more days to practice your explanations. Hey, it's the captain. Originally, I envisioned a big, horrible, lumpy flesh monster turning up to do the killing at this point, but once again, idleness prevailed. Translation, I'm a lazy fuck. On reflection, I like this better. Less horrific, more creepy. Some people complained that this bit was too difficult. Well, now I should make it easier by offering helpful encouragement. Get the gun and shoot him, you big lemon. What's wrong with you? Yeah, this is really easy, let me tell you. Okay, this is the first getting chased by a monster sequence in the game. I included these bits as a response to someone saying that there wasn't much in the way of serious danger in 5 days. So I put these bits in and everyone complains like the fickle little bastards you are. Oh yeah, and a lot of people had trouble with this bit where you have to lure Barry into the reactor room and blat him with a towel rail. So here's a little clue. Lure Barry into the reactor room and blat him with a towel rail. Yeah, so now we're supposed to go hide in the shadows and wait for the captain to show up. Yeah, there's no real easy way of understanding how this is actually supposed to work, of course. So, since this is basically the fucking shits, we're just going to fucking save right there. I think maybe this is where we're supposed to hide? I don't know. Yeah, so he's just going to go look at that, and we're going to... Emperor Palpatine his ass. And that was basically it. Yeah, Angela is dead. Her neck is severely broken. As opposed to being only partially broken, or somewhat broken. Yeah, I just look and it's just like, hey, Helen's here twice. That's pretty amusing. There are 2 Helens. Adam, it's okay. There is nothing about this situation that is fucking okay. Okay? Fuck you. Why was he after us? I have no idea. Let's get out of here. I'll gather up everyone else and we'll meet on the bridge. There's like one other person left alive at this point. Everyone else is the fucking doctor, okay? There is no everyone else. Yeah, her internet made poopies, so she came back as Lorecki 2, because Lorecki 1 was already taken. So I just looked and it was amusing because there's 2 Helens. I'm easily amused by silly things. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. No! Oh, God! It's okay, it's me. Maybe he was afraid of you. Yeah. You killed the captain? Are you sure? Yeah. Unless he can survive a fall down the reactor pit. Well, Luke Skywalker technically did. And he lost a hand. Yeah. Oh, thank Christ. You're a guardian angel, that's what you are. I don't know about all that now. Yeah, I've just got some things to sort out in here. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll meet everybody else at the bridge. Okay. I'm guessing he's beaten off. And the best part is like, he somehow managed to get to the bridge before us. I don't know how. Yeah. Angela's dead. And now we're going to debate the merit of whether or not the dead guy is alive. As I pointed out in the walkthrough, that's a line from Halloween referring to Michael Myers. I like subtle references. It makes me feel like a proper writer. Taking a direct quote from Halloween is not a subtle reference. Just saying. I don't know. Yeah, we're all okay. I don't know about that either. Yeah, it looked a lot like him, except for all of the blood being all over him. Yeah, it looked exactly like the captain. I can see how you would be confused. Yeah, it's great because they had this game called Never Dead, where your character has, like, detachable body parts, and I was just waiting for the part where they would have, like, a detachable penis, and it was like, no. Okay, so who is Keith Hernandez? Just so I understand that here. Ah. So basically saying, wait a minute, I'm so-and-so, and the immediate response is, okay, I don't know who that is. Yes, but Rick James accomplished something that people can point at. Actually, Rick James accomplished 3 somethings that people can point at and remember him for. He wrote Super Freak, which, in fairness, was a pretty awesome song. He tortured a woman with a crack pipe for 4 days, and then he got redeemed by Dave Chappelle. Well, in the interest of fairness, you're really only accomplished to people who give a shit about the World Series, which is not the majority of the U.S. populace, I would observe. Yeah, let's not forget Barry's dead. We don't know that. Yeah, all John saw was a spacesuit, and that disappeared. No, we also saw a lot of fucking blood. There was a lot of blood, too. Enough blood that I think the body probably couldn't survive without it. Just gonna put that out there. Yeah, 3 after we lost Angela. Whatever that thing was, it had no life signs. I think we should get off the ship. what might actually be intentional. No, Yahtzee pointed out during the commentary that he fucked up and the blood wouldn't actually work that way, so it was an accident on his part. So he actually pointed out that he fucked that up. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why we'd give the doctor the key to the escape pod, but okay. Some regulation to do with medical emergency. I have access to escape pod C, but surely... So who would have access to escape pods A and B then? William, in the last 3 days, half the crew have been wiped out. First, we have to fuel it, warm up the engines, and run a systems check. That'll take a few hours. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, warming up the escape pod will take a few hours. So if the engine is going to go critical in a couple of minutes, we're all fucked. Good job. Then we should all try to get some sleep. We'll get the hell out of here first thing tomorrow. Okay, once again, we hit upon the gameplay over story problem. This is probably the plot hole that has been rubbed in my nose the most frequently. Yes, you need 6 hours notice to use the escape pod. No big deal. It's not completely unheard of for military technology to have gaping design flaws, is it? Is it? 6 hours. Yahtzee. An hour, I could understand. 2, pushing it. 6, you're a tool. Leave me alone. I hate you. Well, at least he responded appropriately. But Friday, I'm in love. There, I managed to get somewhere with it. It's almost 9 o'clock. Where the hell is he? Look, you wait here. I'll go down to his quarters to check on him. Yes, so now I'm going to go figure out where the fuck the doctor went. What the hell? Blood. I hope this is not Chris's blood. Nobody home. Let's use the captain's key card. No. Okay. I guess we're just leaving. Yeah, mouth on blood. No, I don't think that will work in this game. I would imagine that our character is afraid of getting the HIV. No, he doesn't, but I can't open the guy's door, so I'm going to go back and talk to Adam. I don't think William will be joining us. I don't know yet. There's blood coming from under his door. He could still be alive. 3 people are dead. There's blood coming out from under his door. I think there's only one reasonable conclusion. Been ready for hours. That's not the problem. The security card is still in his quarters, behind a locked door. The console in Barry's quarters can override all security systems as some kind of defensive measure. So recall a passcode is required. Do you know his code? Of course not. Maybe there's something in his quarters that can help us figure it out. Yeah, oh sure. All engineers know how to hack computer systems. Isaac Clarke does. Asshole. Isaac Clarke is the best engineer. This guy sucks. Yeah, Isaac could just shoot the fucking bastard and that'd be it. Yeah, bang, 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 bang. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, right, no. Derp. Forgot I have to go to the fucking captain's quarters. Panel. Key card. It looks exactly like mine. Hooray for standardization. As opposed to just being lazy and not bothering to render multiple things. Well, I can't unlock it with his key card. Email. I'm so sorry I forgot it was your birthday on Monday. Happy belated 55th anyway. Andrew. Yes, this is also supposed to be happening in the general vicinity of the July date that we're, working with the whole situation. Date. Today's date is the 1st of August, 2385. Okay. Help. And then we have to go and click OK. We can't just hit enter or something. So you have to go to Captain. Please enter your 6-digit override code to access intra-ship functions or type menu to return to the start screen. Yeah, so this is basically read the developer's mind and figure out what the answer is. That puzzle that happens in all of these games. So, the actual code is 280730. Because let's be honest, nobody here wants to sit around and figure out what the fucking code is, do you? I don't. Yeah, so then we have two options. 3 doesn't do anything. 1 withdraws the radio masts for 5 minutes, which is honestly kind of a really specific number, but okay. And 2 is deactivate residential deck security. 2. Originally, the player had to get the access card manually, but that caused difficulties, so now he just gets it straight off. It's Serena's head. It's still wearing her glasses. I think I'm going to throw up. Mouth Serena's head. It won't reply. Looks like part of a leg. Looks like someone's been trying to stitch a body together from the parts of different people. Mouth the body. It won't reply. There are limbs hanging from the top mattress. Mouth the limbs. It won't reply. There's been very precise work done here. There are a few very carefully removed internal organs sitting on the top. Mouth the organs. It won't reply. He's just not willing to experiment with anything. Fucking asshole. So, we're gonna leave now. And surely nothing will go wrong with that. I got the security card. You should have seen William's room. Body parts all over every surface. Blood on the floor. Forget it. Aha. Maybe Adam is trying to turn attention away from himself. Maybe he has something to do with this nightmare. There was nothing in that locker, but what? Nothing. You were going to say something. What was in the box, Adam? What's in the box? You opened the box. Yeah, I'm sorry, John. Boo, psych, etc. Why? I had this awful dream. Something in the box had killed us, and when I woke up, I was terrified. I was sure I just had to look in the box, make sure it was harmless. Yeah. It's a dick in a box. Yeah. What was in it, Adam? Penis. Yeah. No human remains at all. There was a welding mask, a leather apron, and a machete. And a funny little wooden doll thing. Oh, boy. And there was this letter lying on top of it all. So you took the letter, but you left everything else. Great. Here we go. Lots of fucking text. To whom it may concern. If you are reading this and the box has been opened, then you must understand that you are in extreme danger. Immediately after reading this letter, seal the box shut again and flush it back into space. Well, when you're starting it off with that, I probably would have brought the letter to the captain and been like, hey, so I opened the box, and this is what was in it. Maybe we should throw the box out. The evil must not be released upon mankind again. At the time of the writing, I am an agent in a joint MI5, MI6 operation called the Special Talent Project. Because everything about this game series is very special. Details of my post here should be on record with the British Secret Services. Because being out in space, I'm going to be able to get in touch with them, let me tell you. My real name is classified information by my own request. No, it's not. It's Malcolm. I am commonly known as Trilby. The Special Talent Project is kind of the hub of my creative universe right now. It's a government squad populated by talented individuals from several of my abandoned projects, using their abilities for the good of mankind. Yes, as it has been mentioned, Yahtzee basically described it as his own League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, using all of his self-insertion characters as the main characters. Well, the explanation, Helen, is that Trilby becomes a special agent in between the events of the first game and now, several hundred years in the future. Exactly, well, the Gary Stu Vengers. Trilby is their leader, of course. Chris Quinn from Age of Evil is also a member. The rest you wouldn't know. It says a lot when the author says, you wouldn't know any of these other characters because I didn't like them enough to show you any of them. In the year 1993, when I was a cat burglar, I was intimately involved in what would become known as the Defoe Manor incident, which all of these people would know about. I, along with Simone Taylor, James Fowler, Philip Hardy, and a man called AJ, found themselves trapped in Defoe Manor at the mercy of a wraith. After 5 days in the deaths of AJ and Hardy, I was able to identify the ghost as that of Sir Roderick Defoe's retarded son, who I later named John Defoe for the sake of convenience. I was able to exorcise the spirit with the assistance of Taylor and Fowler, and Defoe Manor was destroyed. I returned to my thieving lifestyle. In 1995, I was apprehended by the authorities, and in return for amnesty was offered the opportunity to lend my services to the government. I took a position as a field agent in the Special Talent Project. Originally, I envisioned Trilby as a man who feared capture worse than death. I guess the Defoe Manor incident jaded him a bit. In the early months of 97, I was brought news that Simone Taylor had been murdered in her home by an assailant wielding a large slashing weapon. Blah, blah, blah. As I suspected, looters and trophy hunters had discovered the idol. The idol was a crude African trinket picked up by Sir Roderick, blah, blah, blah. It was a vessel for John's soul. In the mansion, merely touching the idol would cause a person to be possessed. Calling in some favors, I had the idol brought to me, sealed in protective casing. I considered burning it, but deemed that too risky. I realized that mankind would never be safe. A space probe is to be launched in September of this year. I've placed all of John Defoe's artifacts to a metal coffin. NASA is going to be shipping it into space. I'm having it shipped to Cape Canaveral. I remain confident this will ensure that John Defoe remains exiled from the human race. However, the fact that you are reading and presumably understanding this document indicates that my confidence was misplaced. Please, no matter what year it is or how advanced you believe you are, do not attempt to combat John Defoe. He cannot be destroyed or by conventional means or reason with. You must eject him back into space. Blah, blah, blah. You read the letter. Why didn't you shoot the box back into space? I didn't think it was for real. Okay. 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 You found this giant metal box in the middle of space with all of this shit in it. We have no idea how it actually managed to get out into space. We just know it's out in space. Your dumbass opens this box and discovers this note inside of it. And so instead of thinking about this a minute and saying, some motherfucker, hi, we have a new person. Hi, new person. Instead of saying some motherfucker fired this thing into space so long ago that it managed to get out to this star system that is unexplored in this amount of time, maybe this is a problem. Maybe we should be legitimately concerned about this and do anything we can to get it the fuck away from us. No, we're just going to leave it on here. I didn't think it was for serious. Really? The amount of effort that was put into firing this thing out into space didn't convince you that maybe it might not be bullshit? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Clarke is a better engineer than this dickhead. And how would I have explained that to the captain? Hand him the letter. For God's sake, Adam. Yeah, also, secondary side note, so the captain died, like, on the first day. At that point, I don't think you needed to explain it to anybody. Fire the fucking box out. As soon as we figured out, the captain's fucking dead. Besides, I didn't touch anything else in the box. I just closed the box, left everything how it was, and went back to bed. Do you really think I caused all this? Yes, I do. No, shut up. You're an idiot. I think that box would have found a way to get itself open somehow. What? Let's just get out of here. Here's the access card. Open the fucking door. John, run! And he just got sucked out of the fucking thing, which is great. Yeah, I'm not sure how to implement that. Yeah, great. Needless to say, I forgot that that was a part that was going to get us killed, which is lovely. I'm thrilled about that, really. Which is fine. I can just, like, blow through the shit in 5 minutes, but whatever. Yeah, that's the good part about this game. There's so much fucking talking that we can literally just skip over, like, the majority of it. Oh, wait, no, we have to... Yes, Chris, I died. Blah, blah, blah. I'll meet you on the deck. And once again, it is noted he gets there before us. Not 100% sure why. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's going on. It's going to take us 6 hours to warm up the escape pod. Yeah, isn't it great that, like, 20 minutes of talking we just got through in, like, literally, like, 30 seconds, more or less? Like, if the entirety of your game is exposition, that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, I'll save before I go back in there. No, talk to Adam, asshole. And then he bitches, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to get all of the appropriate flags before you can actually accomplish any of those tasks. It's that kind of game. No, Helen, I feel that bullshit is still an effective name for the game save. Captain. And I can't press enter, I have to hit OK. Go get the fucking code again. 280730. Okay. 2. Okay. Great. Go away. Well, I understand that it's an adventure game, but, like, still, it's just amusing to me on a base level that it's just, like, that much exposition all in, like, 1 or 2 spots, so there's, like, nothing balanced out about it. Yeah. We already tried mouthing everything in here, and you wouldn't do anything with any of it, so we're just going to leave. And we're going to save. Save. Yeah, real quick. I'm going to figure out how the fuck to do that. Maybe I have to do it with the towel rack. I don't remember. Ah. Astonishingly large amount of talking. Yes, and that's how much time we get to figure that out, which is great. No, it doesn't. Interacting with it doesn't pause anything. Yes, and then he says, I'm not sure how to implement that after we've already died. Yes, all the other times he said, I don't know how to do that. This time he did it. In theory, John kicked the lever that closed the hatch. I animated all this before realizing that John's body wasn't long enough to achieve that. Whatever, the game's still better than Adventures of Fat Man, and I didn't even charge for it. See, this is why I release everything as freeware. Whatever complaints people have for it, I can always ask them if they feel they got their money's worth. And I'm tied up. William, what are you doing? Oh, good, you're awake. I wanted to be able to apologize for the fact that you're about to fucking murder me. For what, William? I'm really sorry about this, John. If there were any other option, you know I'd take it. But he needs your body parts. We're so very nearly finished, and you'll be the last one. You forgive me, right, John? Of course I forgive you, William. William's behavior reminds me of my mother's just prior to when she had to stay in a mental institution for a very short time. Which is not something I would have necessarily admitted to people playing my video game. My family have a lot of cool stories like that. Here's another one. I actually was dropped on my head as a baby. Okay. Managed to get my left hand free. So he threw a scalpel into his knee. And that was the entire day. Yeah, in the interest of fairness, I didn't like Phantasmagoria very much, but I think it was a much better game than this. No. No, I did not. I skidded down a hill on my face for a while, once. That's really the best story that I have. I'm sorry. I don't have any blunt force trauma in my history that I can think of. Yeah, the days seem to have been getting progressively shorter from the start. On reflection, 7 days may have been a bit too many, but hey, it made such a catchy title. No, it didn't. I'm the only one left. All of my friends are dead. I wouldn't really call any of them friends. They've all been pretty dicky to you, sir. I mean, there was the whole jaw-breaking thing, but, like, that didn't, like, jar my brains or anything. The EFS Charisma will be here soon. I'm not sure what will be there to greet them. Dead people! There must be something I can do. Something other than sitting waiting to be killed. Oh God, what did he do to you? He needed eyes. He took my eyes. At this point, we most definitely do not bring up the film Event Horizon, in which Sam Neill plays a doctor on a spaceship who is possessed, goes mad, and pulls out his eyes. No, sure, we won't bring that up. At all. Yeah, then he stabbed me right through. Yeah, roaming the ship. Looking for more people to kill. take my stun gun. It's got a few shots left. And then there was one. Time for more chase action, and everyone complained about it because the welder would just show up without warning and stab you dead. Okay, just for you lucky special edition people, I've included an early warning system that will let you know if a monster will appear in the room, you jerks. And a little music bit that basically sounds like fucking Halloween, which is just great. I saved. We're good. Are we comparing battle damage? Is that what we're doing here? You have received more blunt trauma, Chris. Oh, hey, he came from that door. How lovely. The door that I needed to go into. I'm pleased about that, let me tell you. You lost a tooth? Is this going to be a constant fucking thing, game? Seriously? Because I need to get back into that. I need to get into that room. Yeah, Chris is a referee, but being a referee is just as hazardous as being a player. Finally. And we have to go back and look that up again. So what we want to do now is withdraw the radio masts for 5 minutes. Which is why that entire option was there, just as a general point of reference. Get in the closet, get naked, put on a suit that's probably had somebody else's balls in it. Once again. Flick the switch, dumbass. Oh, okay. Because John Defoe actually has to be in the room in order for this to work. And the game is apparently being a fucker about him showing up. Uh... Not 100% sure what happened there. What the fuck? That whole entire experience was just weird. Yeah, it couldn't be ours to have him chase you in this room. Don't tell anyone. There we go. The body was just an avatar. This is John Defoe. This is his soul. This is what must be destroyed. God damn it, this final confrontation took ages to make work properly, and I still don't like how it comes off visually. I should have just had his body explode or something. Man. Yeah, because that works great. That's the charisma. It's over. Charisma was a name I pretty much made up on the spot. Maybe it was just lying in my subconscious because I just have so damn much of it. I'm holding up a finger. Would anybody like to guess which one? Yeah, I gave the man the wrong finger. Yeah, why not? Like, I gave the man the wrong finger. Wait, where the hell did you come from? Outside. Yeah, what's been going on here? You're from the Charisma? Off-world security. So? Is that him, Sergeant? That's him. That's the guy. What? You are Dr. Jonathan Somerset, formerly of the University of Ganymede? Yes. Dr. Jonathan Somerset is 65 years old. And more important to the point, he's dead. He was killed 6 months ago by an unknown assailant. We only discovered last week that an individual was using his identity. Yes, he was an imposter. Bite me, Internet. I thought this ending was cool, and I didn't just crowbar it in. I had this planned right from day one, hence the dialogue in the spaceship intro. On reflection, a little more foreshadowing wouldn't have hurt, but I bet you didn't see this coming. I didn't mean any harm. Yeah, best line of dialogue is coming up. This is great. I didn't mean to hurt him. I've been unemployed for 8 years. Wait for it. I just wanted to go to space! Let's go. Another body in the brig, Lieutenant. Well, we can't see any other conclusion, can you? What's with the box? What's in the box? No idea. It's empty. Watch the box carefully. Keep watching. Hey, it's a hand. And that was 7 Days of Skeptic. Yeah, that was something. So, next week we'll be getting to the next game in the series, which will be Trilby's Notes, which is actually almost good enough that it makes the last 2 games worth playing through to understand the stuff that happens in that game. There's an astonishingly large amount of retroactive continuity. The short answer to that question is that he played Silent Hill and Eternal Darkness and started ripping those off instead. More or less. Hi, Third Helen. Game's over. Sorry. Oh, good. You missed the ending, Lola? I can sum it up for you. Yeah. I just wanted to go to space! There you go. That's the ending. Yeah. So let's see. Easter egg. The following Easter egg could be found by playing the end of the game on May 24th, my birthday. Warning, spoilers. Birthday. Yes, our main character is interviewing John Defoe. Yep. So there's that. But, so anyway. Well, as I said, that was 7 Days of Skeptic. We're basically all done here, so I'm going to wrap things up. But thank everybody very much for coming out. I really did appreciate it. And we will pick up with Trilby's notes next Sunday. Yes, Lola. Yes, Lola. Yes, Lola. Yes, you can plug your commissions. Go right ahead. So Lola's an artist, as we've seen. She drew my desktop background. So she's taking commissions. Yeah, she's very good at boobs. I have other of your art on my computer, if you want me to show people that. It's a little old, a couple years. Fair enough. Black Cat is nice and recent and boobs. Um, but yeah. So Lola's taking commissions. Email Lola at ahridragon@gmail.com with any information about a commission you would like to take on. Again, that's ahridragon@gmail.com. And she can draw you art that looks like this. It's good shit. Prices are pretty low. Sketches start at $5. But, so yeah. Once again, that was the stream. You're welcome. I will see you all next week for Trilby's notes. And, hopefully I won't be lisping as bad as I've been doing this stream. We'll see. But until then, I will see you all next week. Good night.